Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me and you are new here, my name is Leah. I am the owner of Lero Art, and today we are actually finishing the challenge that I started last week, which was me finishing all of my whips in 1 week. This is now finishing all of my whips in 1 week, the next week, part 2. So if you haven't watched last week's video, please go ahead and do so. It will be linked right up here. Watch that one before you watch this one, because there will be a few spoilers otherwise. But we're actually starting a little bit later in the day today because I have spent majority of the morning editing last week's vlog and also working on my website, which I kind of have hinted on the fact that I will be doing some like bits and bobs for my business, kind of sorting some bits out, you know, like logo, branding kind of stuff. And one of the main things is actually doing a website. I would like to shift away from Etsy as much as I can and have a platform that is just got all of my stuff on, basically. And so far it is looking really good. I've got quite a lot of bits to jig around and sort out, but I'm hoping to have it all up live, ready to go by the end of June. The reason I say June is because I actually go away for 2 weeks at the beginning of June, and I didn't want, and it's now what, the 13th of May. I didn't want to have to rush to get it live in about 2 and a bit-ish weeks, and then have 2 weeks where I can't send out orders should I get any. So we're pushing it to the end of June. So I've got plenty of time to get the website up, running, stocked, and to a point where I am happy. Today we're going to be finishing, this week even, we're going to be finishing off the whips challenge. So as a recap, in case you forgot, last week we worked on 3 worms: the unclaimed worm, a residential worm, and a mini, the baby brother worm. We also did the bat, and we worked on a ladybird, and we also worked on the two piggies, which I didn't get finished, and it was a push. But we did loads. Like, genuinely, and what I was watching it back while I was editing, I was like, I actually did so much. A lot of it was really little bits, and a lot of it is also really big bits. So the plan for today, because it is actually the afternoon, it is about I think 2:30, 2:45. Basically, we'll just round it up to 3 o'clock. I'm not going to be doing this for a long time today, but I will do as much as I can. I would actually like to get the crocodile finished, crocheted and sewn up, like the body, and then potentially start the feet. I don't think the body is going to be taking me too long to do at all, which is why I would really like to get that done. So yeah, we'll do that today, and then tomorrow I have pole in the morning, but I have nothing else on the agenda except for going out in the evening, but that is far into the evening, so it doesn't really matter. So tomorrow we can spend a lot of the day doing bits, and we can also do the same on Friday as well. Hopefully my week is going to be dedicated to finishing these whips, because these are some things that I would also like to get on the website ready to go. So yes, the other things I would like to get up and ready on the website is crochet patterns, which I have written down in my handy dandy notebook, which is, they've all fell out, in this, I say notebook, folder, the notebook's here. All of the patterns that I've been working on are here, ready to be edited and turned into a digital file. So that is also the reason I wanted to push the date back. But I digress. A lot of information. I will be going over a lot of this on my coffee page, which I haven't updated in a very long time because I've just been so, I don't want to even say forgetful. I don't know what it is about me. I do know what it is about me, actually. I have a tendency to just, what's the word? It's not tunnel vision, it's not narrow-minded, it's not closed-minded. What's the word? Basically, if I don't see it, I completely forget that it's there. Whatever that is what I have. And I focus so hard and then just go, right, this is, I need to finish this. I would also like to do this, and this, and then I finish something, and then the rest of it is just disappear. I don't know what it is. I just kind of forget to like update people, you know, show progression. I just get very focused. And then everything else that I know I need to do when I'm thinking about it has just disappeared. Anyway, yes, let's get started on some bits today. I'm just rambling. We don't need to. Do I need to re-show you what I need to work on? No, it's just a part 2. Let's just work on the crocodile. Crocodile. As you saw, I've finished the body of the crocodile. I'm gonna be honest, doing that last bit of the pattern just absolutely threw me off, which is another reason I need to remind myself to stop stopping halfway through, because I was trying to work out where I'd left off. I was trying to also decipher the pattern because for some reason my brain couldn't work it out, and then by the end of it I just stopped writing the pattern down. Luckily we was on like the last maybe 10 to 6 rows, 6 to 10 rows, whichever way around you want to put it. So it wasn't too bad. So yeah, this is him. And my only thing is that the colour twists. I think I mentioned before that obviously I don't want that. I don't want it to twist, but I think it's the stitch that I'm doing. I do what I believe is yarn over, where people have said in like the Reddit threads to do yarn under, yarn over, and it will stack these stitches a bit better to hopefully avoid this, because yeah, he kind of twists from like start to finish. I also don't know if it's just the way I've done the pattern, because a lot of my increases and decreases are along the edge here to get this like flat rectangular-ish shape, or maybe it's because I have the seam down the side. Maybe I need to do it down the middle instead. I don't know, but I will definitely be doing another one of these and kind of changing it a little bit. This bit I would prefer to be longer and also thicker, especially in this section here. But for now, pretty happy with it. I'm also finally starting to realise why start projects over so much, and it's because of it's serotonin, is that the right one? I like the little boost of a new project starting, and when I get to a stage where I'm like, right, okay, I'm losing it, I need to start another one, that is exactly what I do. So not in like a bad way, but as I was finishing the body of this, I was very much like, ugh, I just don't want to crochet anymore right now. And I don't know if it's because I don't know, burning myself out with it, or if it's because I'm not starting a new project, but instantly I was like, right, okay, let's stop doing this, let's do something else. So I've just been doing some adult jobs around the house. You know, it's bin day tomorrow, so I've sorted the bins out. Dad might be coming around to pick something up, so I've got that out. And then I also reorganised my yarn stash, which is very compact, as in the shelving unit. I think I've shown you before. If not, I will insert like a clip or a video here. It's very compact because it is actually shoe racking, so the shelves aren't like actual bookshelf sizes, but it's a lot of wool in there. There is a lot of my chenille, as you can imagine, and there's a lot of like the little balls of wool from the magazine my grandma subscribed me to. It just helped that I took everything out, I rearranged it so it's stack a little bit neater, and just brought all of the yarn forward that kind of gets lost as I'm like shoving bits back in. And I also put in all the other yarns that I have ordered for these projects, so they're all in there, apart from the ones for the pig because they're barely existing as a ball right now, so I've obviously kept them out to carry on this project. And yeah, so far generally I'm just really happy with how that is looking. It's looking pretty good, but doing that I was kind of also looking at the yarn that I have and was like, oh, I can use this to start this project, or I can use this to start this animal on, blah 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 blah. So yes, I think I just have that itch to start a new project. Quite often, neurodivergent brains, there's something else, honestly. I do really want to get these done because I want to start something new. So to kind of combat that, I'm just going to switch between a lot of the projects. I don't think I'm going to stick with doing like I will do this one until it's finished and I'll do this one until it's finished, which is sort of why I enjoyed doing the pigs at the same time, because even though I was attempting to do that till it was finished, I switched between which bits I was doing. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to work on the beetle, so justice for beetle, and I'm gonna just flip between all of the projects and just kind of do bits and bits. So this may be inconsistent. I may edit it so it is actually consistent and then just kind of come back in like I've done today and do like a roundup, catch up of what I've done. But yeah, I need to do something to switch up my brain so I don't get bored and this doesn't get prolonged, because I will put this off forever and just start a new project, and I can't do that. I need these done. I need them done. So we're going to get them done. Oh, I can feel my back shrimping. No shrimp. I actually really like shrimp. That really made me jump. That was a bit of fluff. Good afternoon. It is Thursday and it has been another day of me kind of, I don't even want to say adulting, just lifing. I woke up this morning, I read my book, which I'm very much enjoying. I am reading now Cursebound, the second book in the Fave trilogy. Oh, that's exciting. I did some very minor quick work on my beetle today, which I'm very happy with and I will show you in a second. I then went to Pole, have my lunch, went for a walk, sorted the bins out, and now I'm back. But the work I did on my beetle this morning was this edging, which I think looks amazing. And I've realised one of the reasons I'm putting the beetle off so much is because it's got so much like little details in the face. Let me show you a picture of what I mean. If you can see, he's got a lot of detail, especially like here. Oh, there we go, that's better. And then he's also got this like circle in the middle, which also has a lot of random details in it. And I'm realising one of the things that's putting me off is because of these tiny details, and I'm kind of thinking, how on earth am I supposed to crochet this? And then I thought about it this morning and was like, there are stitches that can mimic this. And I don't know why, in a way, I was kind of like, oh, it can't be textured though, because I like the fact that there's texture on the worm with the little circles, like they stick out on a 3D, and I really like that. I don't know why. I was kind of like, oh, I can only use 1 to 3 types of stitches. The stitches I mostly use in American terms are single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. I don't usually use anything else other than that. But I remembered that there's more stitches that can actually mimic the look. So I decided this time for the edging to do a puff stitch to mimic the circle, which just adds like this really nice frame around the face. It's not sewn on yet, so it will be a little bit more framey rather than headbandy when it's attached. There you go, you can kind of get a glimpse of it there. But yeah, I don't know why I just didn't think of that. So I think for the little face circle that has some like very similar texture in it, I think I'm going to try a moss stitch, because I think this type of stitch will be too thick. It'll be too much. I think I'm going to try a moss stitch and see how that goes. Or at least some kind of stitch where it's like you stitch into a hole, you then chain and then stitch again, just to kind of get that look. I just don't know why I didn't think about it, but either way, I'm sussing it now, and I don't actually have that much more to do on this. I do, but I don't. I have the face circle to do, I've got the little horn, I've got the details here, which I think I know how I'm doing, and I've got to sew the feet on, and then his eyes. And that's pretty much it. I don't know why I've faffed around so long that now I'm seeing him, he just looks so friggin' cute. The only downside, I've barely timed it. That's on me. But yeah, let's get to work on doing some more bits for this, and we'll just see what we can do today. And yeah, hopefully this will start to look a bit more like a beetle and less like a ice gem. So I've pretty much done everything for the beetle. I don't know why I was putting it off so much, but hindsight is 2020. So let me just recap everything that I have done, if I can find it. It's all here. So this morning we finished the trim of these, and yesterday I finished sewing on the actual wings. I do know that they're not perfectly straight. It's usually always quite hard sewing stuff like that on straight and it fit perfectly. Maybe if I keep the pattern of the wings the same, I could just make the body a little bit taller and then it won't be so loose. We also have the face detail there. Again, I think if I managed to make the beetle a bit bigger, that would fit loads better. But I'm very happy with how I did the detail. We have his little nose or horn, whichever way you want to put it, and I think that is the perfect length. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It was too short and then I did it a bit bigger and that looks perfect now. Then we've got the details for these bits here. I winged, absolutely. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to make triangles, but I have done it. And I'm pretty happy, and because of how I've done it, I think I can shape it with sewing as well, which is also handy. And then, as you also saw, I've got his legs, which will go... The legs now look a little bit small, but I think he'll be fine. I think little dude will be fine. So yes, I've got to now just sew all of these bits on, and then afterwards it's just a little bit of like embroidery stuff. I've got some bits to embroider on the nose. Yeah, that's literally it. To embroider on the nose here and then around here. I think I will just do a chain around that, to be honest. I don't think that needs to be super duper detail. And then yeah, we're pretty much done. Obviously minus the eyes. I will need to do the eyes. Honestly, I can't believe I was putting this off for so long. I don't know, maybe I'm traumatized from the ladybird. Maybe I'm just wanting to always start something new. But hopefully at the end of this week, this guy will be done. I will hopefully cut out some eyes for him, possibly tomorrow, and then tomorrow we will work more on the pigs and the crocodiles. I still don't think I'm going to get all of this done this week, but I'm doing quite a lot. And some of it I also may do in the evenings, so then I can just update, well, I say the evenings, this evening, so I could update you. But yeah, making progress, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's get sewing, and then I'm just also going to finish my popcorn, and then I will be off to bowling later. Good morning and welcome back to another day of me doing this, finishing all of my whips this week challenge, which, safe to say, I feel like I'm not any closer to finishing it, and it's fine. So this morning I actually woke up quite early, not on purpose, just naturally woke up, and I finished editing last week's vlog, which is now officially up. If you would like to go watch it, it will be here. And then I came downstairs and started working some more on the beetle, which is going really, really well. I think I mentioned before, I'm mostly at the sewing stage for a lot of things. It's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to. In my head, I didn't think... I don't know, it doesn't take long, but it takes long at the same time. Because it's a lot of this sewing the same stuff on. I don't know. Either way, it's taking longer than I'm thinking it is. It is currently 10 to 1 and I started doing this at 10:30, I think it was. Technically, I would have finished this by now, but I had to remake the legs for the beetle because I realised I made them just way too small. And while I think I kind of could have got away with it proportionally, it looked very strange. So I have kept them, but I redid all 6 legs. Yeah. The difference is quite a lot, and these sit and look a lot better. So yeah, I've spent about probably just under 2 hours making those again. So we have all 6 now, all 6 ready to go. These need to be stuffed and then sewn on. But I also did do some more sewing yesterday. I don't know if I showed you or not, but I did some sewing yesterday and I did some this morning. And look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. I love it. So I do think that this bit in the middle is still a little bit too big. However, I actually quite like it because the beetle's eyes are really little, so they will be going about here anyway. I've got a little bit of detailing to do on this, but I can do that afterwards. And yeah, I was also thinking of how I could change this for the future, because he has some little like other details that I could do some more popcorn stitches, get some more texture in him. But I'm so happy with how this is turning out. Justice for Beetle has been justified. Justified. He's nearly done, basically. I have no idea if I'm gonna finish this today. I could definitely get the feet on and then make his eyes. But I also know I've got 3 more over there that kind of need doing. So I think after I've done the feet on this, I'm going to work at least on Little Pig. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be Justice for Crocodile at this soon, because the pigs, they're so close to being done as well. I may do those next. But then I found out I've also got to do some adulty stuff again. So it's fine. We'll do what we can. We'll do what I can for the rest of the day. But yeah, I am definitely getting to that point where I just want everything finished. Like, it's all just so close. So close. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I feel like I'm crawling there. I feel like I'm taking the piss doing it, but I'm absolutely not. This is just how long it takes. Yeah. Yes, we'll get this finished. We'll do some pig, and then we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. And that'll probably be another video done. So yeah, let's get to sewing. Officially another party animal down. This is the beetle. Well, I say down, somewhat down. So I just need to do the eyes out of felt, which will go right there, and then little dude is done. He looks edible. He looks like a cute little like caramel, chewy, like a Werther's original. That's in beetle form. So cute. I can't believe I took so long doing this. What are you going to do about it? But anyway, I'm going to actually take a bit of a break because I've been doing this since 10:30 this morning. I've been doing some other bits as well, but I've just been on the go pretty much since 7:15 this morning. I haven't really stopped. I've basically done a full work day. So I think I'm going to have a break for a bit. I'm going to probably read my book for a bit as well, because my brain is absolutely fried. And then I'm hoping to get some more of the pig done. We shall see. Like I said, that a lot of this is just sewing, and it's really frying my brain now. It's so much concentrating. Even though it's only sewing, like you're concentrating so much on like where it's going, if it's lining up. If it goes wrong, you have to start all over again and undo it or redo bits, and it really does take a lot of energy. You wouldn't think so, but it does. Yeah, I think I'm gonna treat myself to some orange and pineapple juice, read my book, and hopefully start some pig. That is a weird sentence. Start some pig. So happy. Good afternoon. So it is actually officially Monday. It is the new week. Boy, I am ending this vlog. I was editing it this morning and realised, well, I didn't realise, I forgot to do an outro last week, so I'm doing it now. The last that I updated you was that I'd finished the beetle, minus his eyes. Really proud of him. I keep looking at him. He's just really cute. love him to bits. But I actually spent the weekend working on Little Pig, and again, minus the eyes, finished it. And I was so happy. I love both the beetle and the pig. I think they look really good. So I just wanted to pop on really quick and show you before I said goodbye and ended this vlog ready for next week. Are you ready? Oh my goodness me. Ain't she cute? Look at this cutie pie. Adorable. Adorable. Yeah, so I spent the weekend finishing this off. Yesterday I very much had a sofa day watching films and TV with my partner. We both just absolutely vegged out right here. And I also did some bits on Little Pig because, as I mentioned, that it was literally just some sewing. It was just some sewing, a little bit of figuring things out because the front feet were too short. So I did readjust them and she sits relatively well. I think though for the future I'm going to have some kind of like weighted pellets in the back feet because she's rather unbalanced. Like if I could show you, well actually technically I can. If I hold her on my hand, she automatically like tips forward because obviously the snoot. I was hoping having the wired tail would balance her out a little bit, but it doesn't. And honestly, that's fine. I'll just do some weighted feet next time just to balance them back a little bit. But apart from that, I can't think of any other way to get this to stand up properly. I kind of have the issue with Big Pig as well, but because it's so much heavier at the back, it almost balances out a little bit, so it's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and show you what I managed to get done over the weekend. So I sewed and crocheted this wiggly bit, I sewed on the embroidery, and I made the tail and attached that. This is the detail up close for you. And I also did the detail here. It actually looks a little bit either like a belly button or a certain entrance. Very happy with how Little Pig turned out. So I just need to do the eyes here, and this one will be ready to go to its new home on the website as well. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me this week. I really do appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying this finishing whips episode. I officially have 2 whips to go. I have Big Pig and I have the crocodile. So we're going into a 3rd week of finishing off these whips. And I'm starting to get very itchy on I want to start a new project really bad, but I'm holding out as much as I can. I even just want to crochet some worms. Not gonna lie. I mean, I could do that technically, but I don't know. But anyway, yes, that is where we're going to leave it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for being here, especially in today's video, for keeping me company this week. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment down below. Leave a... Is there a beetle emoji or a pig emoji? If there's a beetle emoji, leave a beetle emoji down below. If not, what is your favourite party animal that I've made so far? Let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to follow along on this journey a little bit more, because we have plenty more of these to go. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.